The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Now I am reading the book.
Stephen Covey has written a remarkable book about the human condition, so elegantly written, so understanding of our embedded concerns, so useful for our organization and personal lives, that it's going to be my gift to everyone I know. Warren Bennis, author of On Becoming a Leader. I've never known any teacher or mentor on improving personal effectiveness to generate such an overwhelmingly positive reaction. This book captures beautifully Stephen's philosophy of principles. I think anyone reading it will quickly understand the enormous reaction I and others have had to Dr. Covey's teachings. John Pepper, President, Procter & Gamble. Stephen Covey is an American Socrates, opening your mind to the permanent things, values, family, relationships, communicating. Brian Tracy, author of Psychology of Achievement. Stephen R. Covey's book teaches with power, conviction, and feeling. Both the content and the methodology of these principles form a solid foundation for effective communication. As an educator, I think this book to be a significant addition to my library. William Rolfe Kerr, Utah Commissioner of Higher Education. Few students of management and organization, and people, have thought as long and hard about first principles as Stephen Covey. In the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he offers us an opportunity, not a how-to guide. The opportunity is to explore ourselves and our impact on others, and to do so by taking advantage of his profound insights. It is a wonderful book that could change your life. Tom Peters, author of In Search of Excellence. The ethical basis for human relations in this book defines a way of life, not just a methodology for succeeding at business. That it works is apparent. Bruce L. Christensen, President, Public Broadcasting Service. At a time when American organizations desperately need to energize people and produce leaders at all levels, Covey provides an empowering philosophy for life that is also the best guarantee of success. In business, a perfect blend of wisdom, compassion, and practical experience. Rosabeth Moss Kanter, editor of the Harvard Business Review and author of When Giants Learn to Dance. I have learned so much from Stephen Covey over the years that every time I sit down to write, I'm worried about subconscious plagiarism. 7 Habits is not pop psychology or trendy self-help. It is solid wisdom and sound principles. Richard M. Author of Life Balance and Teaching Children Values. We could do well to make the reading and use of this book a requirement for anyone at any level of public service. It would be far more effective than any legislation regarding ethical conduct. Senator Jake Garn, first senator in space. When Stephen Covey talks, executives listen. Dunn's Business Month.
Stephen Covey's inspirational book will undoubtedly be the psychology handbook of the 90s. The principles discussed are universal and can be applied to every aspect of life. These principles, however, are like an opera. They cannot simply be performed, they must be rehearsed. Ariel Bybee, mezzo-soprano, Metropolitan Opera. I found this book stimulating and thought-provoking. In fact, I keep referring to it. Richard M. DeVos, President, Amway. Winning is a habit, so is losing. 25 years of experience, thought, and research have convinced Covey that 7 habits distinguish the happy, healthy, successful from those who fail or who must sacrifice meaning and happiness for success in the narrow sense. Ron Zemke, co-author of The Service Edge and Service America. Stephen R. Covey is a marvelous human being. He writes insightfully and he cares about people. The equivalent of an entire library of success literature is found in this one volume. The principles he teaches in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People have made a real difference in my life. Ken Blanchard, Ph.D., author of The 1-Minute Manager. The 7 Habits are keys to success for people in all walks of life. It is very thought-provoking. Edward A. Brennan, Chairman, President and CEO, Sears, Roebuck and Company. Covey validates the durable truths as they apply to family, business, and society in general, sparing us the psychobabble that pollutes so much of current literature on human relations. His book is not a photograph, but a process, and should be treated as such. He is neither an optimist nor a pessimist, but a possibilist, who believes that we and we alone can open the door to change within ourselves. There are many more than 7 good reasons to read this book. Steve Lubunsky, Executive Director, International Radio and Television Society. Knowledge is the quickest and safest path to success in any area of life. Stephen Covey has encapsulated the strategies used by all those who are highly effective. Success can be learned, and this book is a highly effective way to learn it. Charles Givens, President, Charles J. Givens Organization, Inc., author of Wealth Without Risk. I know of no one who has contributed more to helping leaders in our society than Stephen R. Covey. There is no literate person in our society who would not benefit by reading this book and applying its principles. Senator Orrin G. Hatch. One of the greatest habits you can develop is to learn and internalize the wisdom of Stephen Covey. He lives what he says, and this book can help you live, permanently, in the winner's circle. Dr. Dennis Whiteley, author of The Psychology of Winning. It's powerful reading. His principles of vision, leadership, and human relations make it a practical teaching tool for business leaders today. I highly recommend it. Nolan Archibald, President and CEO, Black & Decker. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People suggests a discipline for our personal dealings with people which would be undoubtedly valuable if people stopped to think about it. James C. Fletcher, Director, NASA. A wonderful contribution. Dr. Covey has synthesized the habits of our highest achievers and presented them in a powerful, easy-to-use program. We now have a blueprint for opening the American mind. Charles Garfield, author of Peak Performer. 7 Habits is an exceptional book. It does a better job of inspiring a person to integrate the different responsibilities in one's life, personal, family, and professional, than any other book I have read. Paul H. Thompson, Dean, Marriott School of Management, BYU, and author of Novation. Goodbye, Dale Carnegie. Stephen Covey has had a profound influence on my life. His principles are powerful. They work. Buy this book, read it, and as you live the principles, your life will be enriched. Robert G. Allen, author of Creating Wealth and Nothing Down. In the 90s, America needs to unlock the door to increased productivity both on a business and personal basis. The best way to accomplish this goal is through enhancing the human resource. Dr. Covey's 7 Habits provides the guidelines for this to happen. These principles make great sense and are right on target for the time. F.G. Buck Rogers, author of The IBM Way. This book is filled with practical wisdom for people who want to take control of their lives, their business, and their careers. Each time I read a section again, I get new insights, which suggests the messages are fundamental and deep. Gifford Pinchot III, author of Intrapreneuring. Most of my learning has come from modeling after other people and what they do. Steve's book helps energize this modeling process through highly effective research and examples. Fran Tarkenton, NFL Hall of Fame quarterback. Not only does the character ethic win hands down every time over the personality ethic in the battle of effectiveness, it also will bring greater fulfillment and joy to individuals seeking meaning in their personal and professional lives. Larry Wilson, author of Changing the Game, The New Way to Sell. Fundamentals are the key to success. Stephen Covey is a master of them. Buy this book, but most importantly, use it. Anthony Robbins, author of Unlimited Power. This book contains the kind of penetrating truth about human nature that is usually found only in fiction. At the end, you will feel not only that you know Covey, but also that he knows you. Orson Scott Card, winner of the Hugo and Nebula Awards. Stephen Covey adds great value to any individual or organization, not just through his words. His vision and integrity, his personal example move people beyond mere success. Tom F. Crum, co-founder, the WinStar Foundation, and author of The Magic of Conflict. With all the responsibilities and demands of time, travel, work, and families placed upon us in today's competitive world, it's a big plus to have Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People to refer to. Marie Osmond. In The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey serves up a 7-course meal on how to take control of one's life and become the complete, fulfilling person one envisions. It is a satisfying, energetic, step-by-step book that is applicable for personal and business progress. Roger Staubach, NFL Hall of Fame quarterback. The conclusions he draws in this book underscore the need to restore the character ethic in our society. This work is a valuable addition to the literature of self-help. W. Clement Stone, founder, Success Magazine. Stephen Covey's deliberate integration of life and principles leads to squaring inner thought and outward behavior, resulting in personal as well as public integrity. Gregory J. Newell, U.S. Ambassador to Sweden.